Hello, I'm Janet Morana, Executive Director of Priests for Life. Welcome to the program, and I'm so honored today. I have a dear friend with me here, Sister in the Lord, Dr. Alveda King.
Hi, Janet.
Hi, welcome to the program.
I'm so glad to join you again.
I know.
I really am.
And of course, you've been involved with us for decades, working so hard to bring the message of life to the Black community, right? I mean, to say to them, come on. Planned Parenthood is targeting the Black community.
Yeah.
And you're here you're like sounding the alarm, right?
Absolutely. And sometimes it seems like it was only yesterday that we started this journey. And then sometimes it feels like decades. And so I met you right at the turn of the century. Father Frank First up in New York, 1999.
Right.
And he says, well, you need to talk to Janet and you need to talk to Teresa and Georgette. And so I began to know you first.
Right.
And then we move on into this century, and around 2004 or 5, then we really started to agree. We had to reach the Black community, the African-American Black community.
Yeah, and I remember when you first came on board to work with us, we called it African-American Outreach.
That's right.
And we stayed with that title for a while. And then one day you said, well, you know what? This is like a civil rights movement.
Yeah.
This is like when my uncle and I, my daddy, when we marched, we were marching for the equality of the Black people. But right now we should be marching for the equality of the unborn.
Well, now there's a famous picture now. It's you, Father Frank, and me.
Right.
And our arms are locked. And he says, Alveda, is this like the civil rights movement? I said, Father Frank, this is the civil rights movement.
That's right.
And so I don't know. It's almost like a memory lane thing. And yet we're here now.
Right.
In the year 2024, people may see it later from now. But here we are, but we're winning. And we're winning. I don't even want to say but. And we are winning, Jan.
So in the Black community, what could be an example where you could say to people that feel like, oh my God, Planned Parenthood targets the Black community. Are we making progress? So are we making progress?
We've made so much progress, Janet, that I even have people, and I'm pretty much not political anymore. Democrat, Republican, Independent, everybody needs to appreciate the sanctity of life. It doesn't matter to me what party.
Well, because as you say, it's one human race.
One human race, one blood. However,
I mean, right now, if we cut ourselves, we both would bleed the same color.
It's going to be the same. Sure is. And we even have on the same color clothes, too, by the way. Isn't that something?
We didn't plan it.
We did not. I promise you we didn't. However, when we look at the situation initially back in the late 1990s into this century, and we would say, Black people are being targeted. Do you know that more Black babies are aborted? Do you know on almost every street corner in every city, if the street is named after Martin Luther King, there are people who are putting up abortion facilities, and people say, you're making that up. That's not true. But today, people are beginning to realize in every community, including the Black community or African American community, there's a debate. Are you Black? Are you African American? Oh, hey, the ethnic community that identifies with people with brown and Black skin, okay? You've got the Latinos, you've got the African Americans, the Caucasians, the Native American Indians, and the Asians. So when we begin to get those real statistics, and we did that, Silent No More Awareness did that. Right. Rachel's Vineyard did that. Priests for Life, African American Outreach did that. Right. We formed what's called the National Black Pro-Life Coalition during those years.
And we raised up so many Black leaders that were out there. They didn't know about each other. No. But we brought them together, and now they're a more powerful
And we are still,
force.
all of them are still together. And give me your hand now. This is emotional. Our good friend, Bishop Dean Nelson.
I know.
And he passed away.
He left us in December of 2023.
He did.
And he was such
one of the strongest leaders. And he started the Frederick Douglass Leadership Foundation. It was amazing. So Ryan Baumberger, we could name all of them. Catherine Davis, Walter Hoyt.
Right. So many.
Yeah.
So many. Yeah. And then, of course, I'll never forget the fact that your mom, one day, we were leaving a family event in Atlanta. We were outside the hotel. And this was after I had started Silent No More.
Yeah.
And your mom stops before we ready to kiss, hug, and say goodbye. Says, Janet, wait a minute. I said, what's the matter, Miss Naomi? She said, I have a story to share with you. I have to be silent no more.
Yeah.
And she told the story, and you can elaborate, how when she called it keeping company with A.D. King, who was Martin Luther King's brother.
That's right. Today they call it dating.
But they were keeping company. And your mama, she told me she had aspirations. She was going to be going to college. She knew a career she wanted. And they were keeping company.
Yeah.
But she became pregnant.
She did. She did.
And she went to your mama. And she went to her mama. Not your mama.
Her mama.
Her mama. And said, well, maybe we can take care of this. What are we going to do? I'm supposed to go off to school.
Yeah.
And her mama said, no. We have to go talk to our pastor. And who was the pastor?
My granddaddy, Martin Luther King Sr., Daddy King.
Granddaddy King.
Granddaddy
King. And they went to the church to talk to the pastor. And what did he say? He said, no one that I know of is going to abort any child.
That's an abortion. We're not doing that.
We're not doing that. And he goes, in fact, I had a dream. He said, your baby is going to be a girl.
A little girl with
red hair and
fair skin. And she's going to bless many people.
And here she is, Alveda King. The prediction to me, Alveda, when she told me that, and I looked at you, and Alveda's face, you were in shock. She was like this.
I said, this all makes sense now. Don't ruin everything for me. You're such a pest.
Yeah,
it's always about you.
You're reminiscing for growing up as a little child.
And through the years, my mom would say things like that. And so, I said, well, I've got to be good at something. So if I'm a pest, let me be a really good pest.
Let me be good at being a pest. So for you, it clicked that, oh my goodness, I'm an abortion survivor because my mother thought she wanted to abort me.
And she didn't. She chose life.
And
she would cry sometimes, Janet. I didn't know it was you. I say, Ma, I'm here. You're here. She started calling me, you my angel daughter. And I said, you my blessed mama. Right. And I love you. So we're fine today. We are good, but we had to go through all of that
stuff.
And so, and we did. And we're here and happy. Yeah.
I mean, your mom's now 92. God bless her.
92 is fabulous. And still fabulous. Still fabulous.
She tells this
It's evergreen because it's in the files at Priest for Life.
We had her on video.
It's evergreen.
On one of our programs.
There's a whole. She's telling the testimony.
She tells, and I remember then after a few more months, every time there was this woman's luncheon and stuff, she started speaking local in Atlanta.
She actually did.
And she said, "I have a testimony now." And she said, nobody should have an abortion because I nearly did that.
She did.
And she said.
And it's all over the world. She talks about it all over the world now.
Yeah.
And she encourages others.
Right.
And so she really became a voice. As a matter of fact, when at the prayer service, she received the award.
Yeah.
And she told her testimony there that year as well.
Yes, she did. Mm-hmm. Yes, she did. Mm-hmm. So people should be encouraged that, maybe you were considering an abortion and then thanks be to God, you didn't go through with it. But you know something? You need to be honest with your children.
Yes.
Because you had this feeling something was wrong all those years. I wish I knew, but now you know.
Right.
And your relationship with your mother really improved tenfold.
Just tremendously.
Once that secret came out of the closet.
And she talks to her grandchildren and great-grandchildren now.
Yeah.
And we do that together. And it's just been a remarkable time. And there are other videos of her giving that testimony as well. And so that's been a blessing in my life. But I think it's appropriate to talk to those who were pregnant.
Yes.
And made the decision to abort, which included me. I had the 2 abortions and a miscarriage because of the damage done to my body by the abortions.
Right.
And by the way, abortion, the act of abortion, whether it's the pills that you take and all of that. The chemical abortions or the surgical abortions or the various aspects.
It's bad for your health.
It's going to hurt women.
Yes.
You end up with some issues sometimes with your breast system, memory system, or your cervix or various things. And then others want to drink or take drugs or can't stay in a relationship.
Right, because of the abortion.
The trauma of abortion affects women, not just babies.
That's right. Oh, what I would say, Alveda, always bad for the baby, always bad for the mama too.
Yes, absolutely.
It is. Because she's a mama from the time that child
She's a mother the minute she's conceived. Not when I become. No, you are a mother.
Not when the baby's born.
You're a mom.
at conception.
But tell the dad too. He's a dad at the time too.
Yeah, the
That's
dad
a mom
is
and
too.
a dad
Mom
right
and
there
dad.
with that baby and that
Mom
woman.
and dad. And that's the problem I think right now, Alveda, with the family. There's a breakdown of the family,
Yeah.
which is opening the door to having abortion more readily
Yeah.
because the men are not standing up for their children, the dads.
Well,
you know?
Janet, so now Roe v. Wade was overturned.
Right.
And now with Roe v. Wade being overturned, abortion is still legal in America.
Yes, absolutely.
The issue of abortion is back with the states. And the states are now looking at better solutions, or they should be. Some of them are digging in and saying we're going to keep abortion anyway.
Well, some of them still want to have abortion till birth.
Anyway.
It's terrible.
But Janet, and we've had a little time to talk about this, but this doesn't make sense. Every time we get close to saying, let's help the baby, help the mother, bring the dad in the community and figure out things so nobody has to die.
Right.
And so then we start saying, well, we make that decision at 15 weeks or 6 weeks or at conception or 20 weeks. And so we get to arguing over the weeks again.
Right.
Or we'll say, we'll make an exception for abortion for rape and incest. Now, people actually forgot abortion is bad, rape is bad, incest is bad, and also cutting baby body parts off of little children. So you've got 3 things, abortion, 4 things, abortion, rape, incest, and now what they're doing to the kids once they're born.
Right.
So how are you going to fix all the other evil things by saying we're going to make it an evil exception?
Right.
Because the exception is not going to really help.
Well, and when we talk to women who were raped and
Yeah.
aborted, they
Yeah.
said it was a second trauma.
Another trauma to their own body, not
Yes.
just the baby.
Yeah.
So people
And
don't
they
want to
said-
consider that.
And then when you talk to women who were raped and gave birth to the child, they said that was healing for them.
That was healing.
Yeah.
At least that's another life. And a lot of times those children, Ryan Baumberger pops to mind immediately, but there's so many people who are born out of the act of rape that have become healers
And beautiful
brilliant
people.
scientists.
Yes.
Just
Absolutely.
teachers and
Mm-hmm.
bankers, all kinds of things.
Mhm.
So these are things that have to be said.
Right.
I feel like the listening and viewing audience is getting mad. They shouldn't be saying this thing on TV. What's wrong with them? If we don't tell the truth, people won't know.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Well, this has been a great conversation. And of course, as always, Alveda, you're welcome back anytime on the program. We love to have you.
I
So
love
thanks for
being with
joining
you,
me.
Janet. Thank you. God bless you.
God bless. Well, brothers and sisters, thanks for joining us today. And just remember, if you know someone who's pregnant and needs help, just go to pregnancycenters.org. Put in that zip code. You'll see where the nearest pregnancy help center is. And if you know someone who's hurting from abortion, we're here for them too. Go to abortionforgiveness.com. Put in your zip code. You'll see where the nearest Rachel's Vineyard or other abortion recovery program is. And just remember, brothers and sisters, you have to speak out and do not be afraid, because there are some abortions only you can stop, and therefore some lives only you can save. Join us again next time. Thank you.
Bye.
God bless.